Hello, and welcome to my MagWheel T3 test and ride video. Before I get into the main riding part, I just wanted to give some specs on the board. It's a 1500 watt motor. It has a 12 by 6 inch treaded tire, a very solid aluminum frame, and it even came with a carrying handle for added convenience. With all that being said, we'll get into this riding portion here, and you can check out how well it handles and some of my recent rides. First up is this gravel trail. This is a popular trail in my area. It goes for a long ways, miles upon miles. An old conversion from a railroad bed, rails to trails. And the T3 is really great to ride on this type of terrain. You can get a fun flowy carve going on it. You can hit higher speeds. And overall, it's just a good ride. As I mentioned earlier, the MagWheel T3 has a 1500 watt motor and a 12 inch high by 6 inch wide tire. That motor is going to help push you through any terrain you want it to go through and get you up over any object. The tire is going to help with stability being 6 inches wide, but it definitely does not take away from maneuverability because the MagWheel is great at carving. On a full charge on this board, I got a 14.4 mile range. That's with me being a 160 pound rider and 15 pounds of pressure in the tire. I'm sure that you could get the 18 to 21 mile range that they claim if the tire was inflated more and you had a lighter rider. That was also doing a range test on a trail, carving, and riding hills. With the T3, you're looking at a 3 to 4 hour charge time. Right here is an old brick sidewalk. This thing is up and down and all over the place. T3 had no problem handling it with the 1500 watt motor. The T3 also has a rubber dampener suspension system in it, and I think that helps out a lot. The board reacted very well over all this rough brick terrain. Not a whole lot of hesitation or anything, no teeter-tottering, just a good ride. Alright, here's some hill action. Had no problem climbing this hill. Was definitely over the 30 degree. And I still had no problems ripping right up it. coming up to the top here, and I just want to point out on the downhill side, has no problem holding you back, and it does also regenerate and recharge the battery on the way down, so that's a great feature. And coming right up in a second here, you're going to see the second hill. This hill is another very steep hill. I tried to show some side shots here to get a good view of actually how steep it is. Had no problem climbing up this hill either, and it's definitely above what it's supposed to be capable of doing, so it's got the power for it. Here's a speed bump test. Just taking the board back and forth over it, getting the feel of it. Didn't feel any lag. Just powered right up over it and handled it fine. Little street riding section here. Just wanted to mention that this board is very quiet, very smooth riding. If you were using this to commute, it would do very well with that. Next up right here is the trail riding portion. These are some pretty nice trails in our area. Some extensions off the main trails I was riding earlier. Got a lot of nice twists, turns, hills, roots, all kinds of different terrain. The T3 handled it awesome. It was a very fun ride, and this was actually my first trail ride on this board, so enjoy. Again, right here, that's actually a pretty steep hill, and that top portion there had a pretty bad pothole in it, so it's way worse than what it looks. And that is my friend in front of me recording me with an XR. I have no problem keeping up with him on these trails. right here is just a small, short little clip of coming down over a grassy hill, hitting a root, just showing how it can handle the taller grass and that type of terrain. Here we are back to another gravel covered trail. And like I said, this board's really fun on this type of trail because it's very carvy and very flowy, and you get your speed up and just get into a really good flow with it. I'm most comfortable riding around 14 to 16 miles per hour. I did have it up to 21 miles per hour. That was my top speed so far. But 14 to 16 is my sweet spot. Comfortable riding at that speed and carving and just having a good time. So I'm just gonna finish this video up here with my final thoughts on the board. It's a really great board. I enjoy riding it. It's built well. It's got good range. It's got plenty of power and plenty of torque. And if you're interested, check it out at www.magwheelstore.com. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video.